on nitric oxide.
No kidding. What's the book?
Nathan Bryan, Ph.D. The title of the book is The Nitric Oxide Solution.
No kidding. I hadn't heard of that book. Is he saying what he's probably saying? He's saying, oh, it's a brand new book. It just came out?
Yes.
Maybe I'll have to get him on the radio program. But he's saying the same things I'm saying, right?
Exactly. And, we heard a presentation by him in Dallas just a couple of weeks ago, and it was just fabulous. He's saying everything you're saying there. And
does he talk about nitrates and nitrites and how it's silly, how you want all that goofiness about staying away from them?
That and much more, but I just wanted to recommend to your listeners, your class, to get this book to help them through this, because there's a lot to it.
Okay, I'm writing this down now. The Nitric Oxide Solution. What's the guy's name?
Nathan S. Bryan, Ph.D.
All right, well, you know what? I'm going to contact that guy. Maybe we'll get him on the air. The Nitric Oxide Solution. It just came out?
Just came out, and
love it.
He's fantastic, but thank you so much, Ben. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate it. And thank you for the kind words. You know what? My listeners tend to be very, very bright, Quince, and that's that's what you're talking about here. When you say I'm a great teacher, it's only because you really want to learn. People want to learn, and it takes a smart person to really want to up their game when it comes to understanding how chemistry works and not to be intimidated. So thank you so much for bringing that up and telling me about the book, Quince. Have a beautiful weekend, buddy. Good to talk to you, man.
Good
to talk to you. All right, I love that. Okay, Ramon in Texas, what's up?
Hello, this is Ramon. I enjoyed your presentation the other night.
Which one? In Austin?
In Austin, yeah. Brand new books.
Awesome, I love that. Did I talk to you? Did I get to meet you? Your name sounds familiar.
Oh yeah, we met a little bit out front, and introduced you to my brother.
Oh, you were the guy I met when I walked in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome, nice.
The idea of feelings and thoughts being two sides of the same coin, I'll be using that.
Oh, good. I know. People make a distinction there, but they're really not. As soon as you think a thought, you have a feeling, and then you have another thought, another feeling. Basically the same thing.
Yeah. I have a question for you. I have a client who I was diagnosed with MS in '98, and then she was diagnosed, I think, in '99. But I'm over it, and she's not.
How did you get over it? Well, how'd you get over it?
Oh man, we'll have to sit down.
Tell the listeners.
I'll take you out to eat.
I'd love that, but tell the listeners, because there's a bunch of people listening who have that same problem. Just give us a couple of ways that you actually cured yourself of reverse multiple sclerosis. Is that what you said?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, give us a couple ideas. Don't leave us hanging here. I want to hear what you did.
Okay, part of it is all of the things. Just like there's causes for diseases, there's many different causes. Everybody they pay trillions of dollars to try to figure out the one cause for cancer, etc. No, there's many different causes. For health, it's the same thing. There's many different staffs, foundations, or whatever bricks in the building that you have to put in to recreate disease.
What did you do specifically? Well, I'm going to run out of time. What did you do specifically?
I took some fish oil. That was the first thing that created any kind of a difference in me. I did a lot of breathing. I did a lot of exercise. I did a lot of nutritional products. I did urine therapy. I did I did a lot of different things, and it just took a lot of time and effort and changing my diet and all of the stress that I was under, and just all the different things.
And you're symptom free from MS.
I'm symptom free.
That's awesome. That's awesome, bro.
For like 5 years, I've been off of the medications, they call them. They're actually poisons, but anyway.
Well, good deal. That's awesome, Ramon. I hope everybody out there is listening. If you know somebody who has MS, or if you have it yourself, and like you say, Ramon, there's lots of different diseases, but there's not a lot of things you need to do to get healthy. There's all kinds of different ways disease can show up, MS can show up, inflammation can show up, but there's only a few steps that you need to do to get healthy, and I really appreciate you bringing that up, Ramon. Thank you so much. You helped a lot of folks just by bringing that up. How can I help you today?
I have a client who called, and she is septic, and her breath is just horrible. She says she can hear people talking outside of her apartment about what is wrong with that person. Are they dying in there?
Wow. She's got sepsis.
Yeah, so
that means dirty blood. For the listeners, that means dirty blood, and it is the root cause, is the ultimate cause of all disease. Have you heard me say that before, Ramon? It's the ultimate cause of all disease. We talk about inflammation, we talk about lack of oxygen and lack of nutrients, we talk about lack of detox, but at the end of the day, we're talking about thick, clogged, sluggish, dirty blood. In fact, doctors will tell you sepsis is life-threatening. They'll put you in the ICU if you have sepsis, but what they don't tell you is you can be subclinically septic and not bad enough to have to be hospitalized like your friend, but bad enough that you're falling apart and your body is like your friend's neighbors are saying, is that person dying? Yes, she is. I mean, we're all dying, of course, but she's dying at an accelerated rate. So how can I help you, sir? How can I help you? You want some solutions?
Yeah, what's a good strategy? Because I gave her some of what I thought, but I'd like to hear from you.
Sure. Here's the deal. So sepsis is dirty blood, clogged, sticky, toxic blood, and once the blood gets toxic, all the problems arise. So how does the blood become toxic? That's obviously the question you're going to ask if you want to clean the blood. And by the way, kidney disease is a major sign of dirty blood, and I know that's a lot of folks are affected by that. So how do you clean the blood? Well, you got to ask yourself how it gets dirty in the first place. Well, how does anything get into the blood? The blood is the sacred space, as we've said many times. That means it's very protected. Nothing's supposed to get into the blood inappropriately until it's been vetted. And that means it's been assessed as being safe and pure under ordinary circumstances. So how can anything bypass these safeguards? Well, you can inject something directly into your blood, and that's a major cause of sepsis. If you're a heroin addict, or you're injecting poisons, or you're getting vaccines, if you're bypassing the liver by sticking stuff right into the blood, then you could have a problem. Aside from that, you could breathe things in. And again, if you're working in a coal mine or breathing lots of fungus or molds, that can be a problem. But by far and away, the most important way things get into the blood, as you know, Ramon, anybody listening to this program for any length of time, is through the digestive system. And that's the clue to reversing it.
Pharmacist Ben Fuchs believes virtually all disease states can be backtracked to digestive problems.
Deficiencies in stomach acid can affect all downstream systems. Taking digestive enzymes can be amazingly helpful for dealing with deficiencies in stomach acid. Enzymes require low pH for activation. You can also use aloe vera juice, by the way. Sugars in aloe vera have a coating effect on the digestive system. Longevity has a cool product called Noni Plus, which is made from aloe and the noni fruit. It's tasty. It can also function to support digestive acidification of the stomach, and activation of digestive enzymes.
Take pharmacist Ben's advice and support your digestive system by ordering Noni Plus from Longevity. Call 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470, or on the web at brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com. Order today.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
Improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R-value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE. Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
Worried about getting sick and feeling terrible for days or even weeks? You need Immudyne for a healthy immune system. Why get sick and bother with products that just don't work? For just $1 a day, Immudyne is all natural and safe for all lifestyles. Call 866-257-8668 to buy now before it's too late, before you get sick. Or go to IMMUDYNE.com, Immudyne.com, or call 866-257-8668.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light System today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.
Independently leading the way for the nation. Compelling talk for every political persuasion. We are TCN.
Okay, we are back on the Bright Side. Pharmacist Ben here, 844-236-6010 is our number. Got some lines open for you. Ramon in Texas. Ramon, you there, my man?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. All right, so sepsis, dirty blood. It is the root cause of all chronic degenerative disease. All disease is cell disease. All cell disease involves lack of nutrition, lack of oxygen, and lack of detoxification or accumulation of toxins. And all of these things follow dirty blood. Think about it. The blood, the tens of thousands of miles of blood vessels, 50,000 miles of blood vessels. How can that happen? How can you have 50,000 miles of blood vessels in a body? It staggers the mind to think about this. But the reason there's so much circulatory movement and there's such a vast and extensive circulatory highway in the body is because the blood has to contact all of the cells. Can you imagine this? You got 100 trillion cells in your body, and they all have to be in contact with the blood. Over time, as we get toxic, the blood clogs up, and then that's where all the problems arise. This is called sepsis, dirty blood. So what do? Well, if you're not an IV drug user and you're not breathing in, everybody's going to be breathing in a certain amount of toxins, but if you're not breathing in a large amount of toxicity, the chances are really good that your sepsis is related to toxemia, to toxins entering into the blood through the digestive system. Toxemia means basically toxic blood. So the digestive system is the main source of entrance of these poisons. You have an intestinal lining, and that lining is supposed to prevent things from leaking into the blood until they've been processed, foods leaking into the blood until they've been processed. Over time, that wall breaks down. It's called leaky gut syndrome, or some people will call it intestinal permeability syndrome. And what it basically means is stuff is getting into the blood that shouldn't be. What it basically means is food. Literally, particles of food are getting into the holy, sacred, pure space of the blood. This is a horrible thing. And when this happens over and over again, the body tries to defend itself from these toxins by creating clogs and surrounding the particles of food with protective molecules so the particles of food don't get into cells and don't interfere with things. But over time, that system becomes overloaded. So what do? You work on the digestive system. I know I say it 10 times a day probably, and you're probably sick of hearing it, but you got to do this if you're dealing with a degenerative health disease, a degenerative health crisis. Number 1, fast. Okay, Ramon, have your friend fast if they can. If not, caloric restriction. Use the Swear V. If it's a good friend, buy him some Swear V. Buy him a case of Swear V. It's cheap, and it's a great way to go into a fast. I did one yesterday. I did one Monday. It's a wonderful way to fast through without having to struggle with feeling like you absolutely have to eat. The Swear V's got potassium, and it's got sodium. It gives you energy. It's got probiotics in it. It's formulated by Jordan Rubin. That's all you really need to know. That guy is not only a brilliant man, but he's a true humanitarian, a true lover of human beings, and a divine being. He's an amazing guy. And he not only formulated the swear of thee and the homicide, but he actually has cattle that he has bred himself to produce a specific kind of milk that's the source of these foods, the swear of thee and the homicide, and the cheese for that matter. So how are we using that? Caloric restriction, fasting, the swear of thee, etc. Use digestive enzymes after all meals.